Hey girls, it's Miss Bobby, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my favorite books, because I know when you're younger you don't like to read, but it is because not all of you don't like to read, but a lot of you don't like to read, and I didn't like to read when I was little either, but I figured out as I got older I love to read. And I didn't like reading when I was younger because people made me read and I did not want to be told to read. So what I did as I got older was I started revisiting books back like sophomore year, because one of my teachers, my sophomore English teacher, Miss Head, I love you if you're watching this. Thank you for rekindling my love for books. But before that, I did not like to read because I was told to read and I did not want to read. So I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite books from when I was younger to now, depending on how old you are, depending if you should read these books or not. Because sometimes when you're younger, some books just go over your head, and that's okay. Some books are meant for older people and some books are meant for younger people. So I'm going to be talking to you about two of my favorite books when I was younger. That's backwards. The Series of Unfortunate Events and Nancy Drew. Miss Bobby, Nancy Drew is so old. Yes, but that doesn't mean it isn't good. Have you ever seen like any Disney movies from like the 50s? Snow White. That's the oldest Disney movie I can think of. It is the oldest Disney princess movie there is. But it is so good. They keep you so in the zone when you're reading these books. They are mystery novels. I don't think it's technically a novel. Carolyn Keene writes these books so good. They keep you in your headspace while you're reading them. You don't want to put them down. They're so good. They're mysteries. She solves these mysteries. There's like 30 of them. They're great. Next book, Series of Unfortunate Events. Same thing. Not really mystery, but definitely interesting. They're odd. They're about some three siblings who go through some pretty wacky things. They are by Lemony Snicket. He's an interesting creative writer. There is a series on Netflix based on these books. If you want to see what the books are kind of about, Netflix series is a good start. But one thing I have to say is the books are always better. I cannot find a book that isn't better than the movie. I can't. Every book I have ever read is better than the movie, always. Or the TV show. This one's so good. These books are so good. This is my favorite one. Number 2, The Reptile Room. This is my favorite one out of all of them. I'm pretty sure there's like 11 or 13. Might be wrong. There might be more because they might have come out with more since I was little, but no idea. These books are so good. Next, my favorite books as I got into middle school / high school, middle school, were romance novels. I got really into Nicholas Sparks in like 7th and 8th grade because of the book. I watched the movie Safe Haven and I was like, that is a good movie. I'm gonna read the book. And then I got obsessed with Nicholas Sparks. I read Dear John, Safe Haven, The Notebook, The Wedding, any Nicholas Sparks book you can think of, I've read it. So 2 of my favorite romance novels are Everything, Everything and The Light Between the Ocean. So neither of these are by Nicholas Sparks, but Nicola Yoon wrote Everything, Everything. It is a movie. The book is better. If you like the movie, it came out in like 2016, 2017. You will love the book. You will love it. It is so good. It is about a girl who is sick, trapped in her house, and she falls in love with this boy, and it is so good. And then this one, it's just about these 2 people in a lighthouse, and it is so good. That's not really what it's about at all, but it's so good. I can't even talk about how good it is because it's just so good. This next book. I think I read this book in high school. I think you could definitely read it in middle school. It is Miss, I don't know, Peregrine. I have never said this correctly. I have been told different ways to say it. This is also a movie, I think. I don't think I've ever seen the movie. But The Home for Peculiar children. It is about kids with superpowers, and it is so fun to read. It is so interesting. This is another book that kind of keeps you on your toes. There's a couple more of these. I have read them all. If you want to read books like this, we have them in the library at Rolling Heights. I love these books. If you want book recommendations, ever, any girl ever, if you want book recommendations, I don't care how old you are. You can be 5, you could be 25, I don't care. I will recommend you books to read based on what you like, because I have read every book ever. I've read every genre, and I like one book at least out of every genre of book. My next book I like. I love classic books. I did not like them at first. Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I love this book. I love it. I could talk about it forever. I could talk about all the classics, like Pride and Prejudice, Little Women, The Scarlet Letter, Frankenstein, Dracula, Wuthering Heights. I love these books. Love them. If you're just starting out reading, these probably aren't the place to go. A lot of them are like written in older English, so they're kind of hard to understand, especially when you're not in high school. I started reading these in high school. Definitely started reading them more as soon as I was like a senior, because I was in like college technically, and I had a lot of time on my hands to read, and so I love reading these books. The next book I have, this was my first adulty book I ever read. If you're like 18, 17, I read this when I was 17. This was my pool book the book I read by the pool. This was my favorite pool book one summer. It's called The Girl on Train. It is also made into the movie. The book is so good. It is in 3 or 4 different points of view. If you don't follow books like that, if you're an adult and you don't follow books like this, it's kind of hard. But this book is so good. So good. If you're a mom watching this video with your kid, this book is amazing. So I have tons of other books. I love The Hate U Give is one of my favorite books ever. I don't have that book. One of my teachers let me borrow it in high school. Miss Allie Head, my teacher at Davis County High School, is the best. She let me borrow so many books, and I'm so thankful because it rekindled my love for reading when I was in high school, because I definitely stopped reading like freshman and sophomore year, and she's the reason I started reading again. And my mom, shout out to my mom and my dad love books, but I see my mom reading a lot. My mom lets me read the books that she has, because we like the same kind of books. If you want to read books and you don't know where to start, please call or text me. Please do, or send us a message. I can help you find a book that you will love if you just tell me what kind of books you love. We have so many books in our library. Me and Miss Lizzie went through them all last week, and we had a lot of fun doing it. But we saw a lot of books that we loved when we were little, and we loved when we were younger, high school, middle school. The Babysitter's Club, The Hunger Games, The Maze Runner. All the classic books are in the library if you want to read a fun one. Little Women is great. I read that in like 7th grade. Thank you, Miss Estes. That was another great English teacher I had. I had great English teachers, not gonna lie. But those are the books I love, and if you want to find books that you can love, please contact me. I will help you find books you can love. We can start a book club. I would love to start a book club. We can read a chapter of a book a week. That would be so much fun. I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. I hope you are having a beautiful week. I hope you have a beautiful week after this. You have a beautiful day. I love you. Bye.